We are still on the uses of commas. When to use commas, part 2. If you are yet to watch part 1, do well to go watch it. Second use of comma. Use commas to connect two independent clauses with a coordinating conjunction. Now let me explain. Here we have example 1, and we have a sentence that says, "We ran out of fruit and I went to the shopping mall to buy some." This is a compound sentence. There are two independent clauses here. The first one is, "We ran out of fruit." This is an independent clause of its own. Look at the second one. "I went to the shopping mall to buy some." This is also an independent clause. So both independent clauses are joined together by the conjunction "and." Now, this use of comma says when you have two independent clauses that are joined together by a conjunction, you should place a comma after the first independent clause before the conjunction. Do you understand? So that we have, "We ran out of fruits, comma, and I went to the shopping mall to buy some." So whenever you make a sentence that contains two independent clauses and you use a conjunction to connect the clauses, then you must place a comma after the first independent clause before the conjunction. Let's have an example 2. Here is the sentence. "She can solve mathematics very well, but she teaches English." Now, if you look at this sentence too, we have two independent clauses. The first one is, "She can solve mathematics very well." This is a clause of its own. It's an independent clause. The second one is, "She teaches English." Both independent clauses are linked by a conjunction, but. Now, according to the rule or according to the use of comma, you should place a comma after the first independent clause before the conjunction. So what do we have? "She can solve mathematics very well, comma, but she teaches English." Do you understand it now? Let's still have a third example. Here we have that. "We were out of milk, so I went to the store to get some, but I couldn't afford it because it was too expensive." Now, let's look at this sentence closely. "We were out of milk." This is an independent clause. "I went to the store to get some." This is another independent clause. These first two independent clauses are linked together by this conjunction "so." So according to the use of commas, after this first independent clause before the conjunction, there should be a comma here. Then come again, we have another independent clause. "I couldn't afford it." "I couldn't afford it" is an independent clause. So this independent clause is linked to the preceding one by another conjunction "but." So we are going to place a comma after this one before the conjunction. Do you understand? "Because it was too expensive" is a subordinate clause. So we don't need to put a comma anywhere. So the sentence reads, "We were out of milk, comma, so I went to the store to get some, comma, but I couldn't afford it because it was too expensive." All right, now let us have a little exercise. We have the sentence as this. "Even though the traffic was heavy, the driver stayed patient, yet the passengers remained calm, and the journey continued smoothly." Now, take note, the sentence starts with a subordinate clause, a dependent clause. Even though the traffic was heavy. So let me help you with this part first. There should be a comma here. When a subordinate clause starts a sentence, after the subordinate clause, there should be a comma. So let me help you with this one. Then starting from here, we now have that this driver stayed patient, yet the passengers remained calm, and the journey continued smoothly. So you rewrite this sentence and put commas where they are needed. Drop your answer in the comment section. And watch out for part 3. Thank you very much for watching.